Hi everybody, it's Karen. I want to talk about alcoholism a little bit, and something I've learned recently. Recently, like the last few years, but really the last couple days, it's really hit home to me. So a lot of you know that I had long-term sobriety and I relapsed, and then I fought my way back to sobriety. It was not easy, and I got back, and I have found that I have to do a lot to stay sober. It's like a cake recipe, right? And I found out that the recipe I had before is not the recipe I need this time. And, I've kind of always wondered, why is it that I have to do so much in AA, and other people come in and they get sober the first time and they stay sober and they maybe go to 1 or 2 meetings a week. And someone like me who relapsed after long-term sobriety, I have to go to 2 or 3 meetings a day, right? And I have to help a lot of people. So I've always kind of been like, it's not fair. And somebody told me, oh, you don't want to say that, right? So what I've really figured out, and also if you followed me, you know that I ran a treatment center, a 30-bed medical assisted detox treatment center, right? So we had 30 beds that were detox and 30 beds inpatient residential. And it was a learning experience, let me tell you. And what I saw there was some people came in very, very bad, and some people not so bad, but to them it was bad. So everybody has like this different degree. And I always thought it was because I was sicker than others. Like, I don't know how to explain that, but I felt really, and you hear me talk about, if you're an alcoholic like me, like out of the book, the kind they describe in the book of Alcoholics Anonymous. And some people aren't like me. Okay, so this is why I've kind of surmised, and let me see if I can communicate this to you. When I first left the treatment center, there were first thing, wonderful people. I loved the people that were there. Not only my staff, but the residents. I love them. A lot of them are my friends today. And, we left that, when the treatment center sold, or when people would check out, eventually it sold, but when people would check out and leave, a lot of people died. And I always just was like, oh my God. These people died and these ones didn't, right? Now, through the course of the years, I've seen the people that didn't die, however, go in and out, in and out. There's some that just stayed and did what they were taught. This is what you have to do to treat your alcoholism. It's a daily reprieve based on your spiritual condition. So you need to go to meetings and you need to work the steps and take other people through the steps, right? Be helpful. So there was people that did that and just decided they were going to do that, and they've stayed sober. And then there's other ones of in and out, in and out, in and out, right? And then there's other ones that died right away. So I've been trying to kind of figure that out, and it really dawned on me because 3 years later now, it's been 3 or 4 years from now, a whole bunch of people that were doing okay when they left, that were slipping around, have contacted me. Not through the treatment center, but just as they know I'm a person in AA who loves to help, who wants to help, maybe doesn't love to help, but wants to help. And they're now in that critical mode. And I was thinking, God, isn't that weird? How that happens. So what I likened it to was this. This is what I wanted to share with you, which maybe will make more sense. It really does to me. But alcoholism, we know, is a progressive illness, very much like a cancer. Right? So someone comes to AA and they are stage 1 cancer, and they come in at stage 1 and they do what it takes to arrest it, and it stops. And so they are stage 1 cancer, arrested, doing what they're supposed to, and they get to go on with their lives, right? And other people are stage 2, stage 3, and stage 4. Now, when I came back to AA, I was stage 4. I think the first time I went, I was stage 1, and I stayed sober. And I didn't have to do a lot, and I didn't have to understand a lot. I just didn't drink and went to some AA once in a while, and that kind of stuff. But that fourth phase, that stage 4 alcoholism, that's brutal, right? All of them are brutal, but you can see people at stage 4 when they come in, they have to do more than the people with stage 1 cancer or stage 1 alcoholism. They have to do more to stay. They have to do more to treat the illness. The illness has progressed. So all those people that left treatment, the people that died right away were stage 4. The other ones were only stage 1, 2, 3 at that time. And now years have gone by and they're stage 4. They haven't treated it. It's progressed and now they're in big trouble. So I have arrested my alcoholism in stage 4. Now, does that mean that I'm scot-free? No. It actually means I have a bigger risk of getting it again, right? Of relapse again. It's very similar, right? So I have to be really careful. My girlfriend Debbie told me a story. She was in, I don't know where it was, upstate New York. I don't know what the city was, but they have this black fly season. Maybe someone on here can comment about that. But black fly season is like 2 weeks where the flies are thick and they're just all over you. It's just a terrible time of the year. And, but they're slow. She said they were really slow. These flies are kind of, not like the Canada flies where they're, anyway, like off on flies. But she said that her and her mother didn't know about that. They moved to this area because of her grandparents, and there was a lot of flies, and they went to the park. And my friend was swinging on the swing, and her mom was walking around. Now, Debbie was kind of swinging, so the flies couldn't keep up with her. Her mom was standing there watching her swing, but had to start moving because the flies were like right on her. And she said she walked, and the flies were just like following her. It was almost like a silhouette, right? As long as she kept moving, the flies stayed like 2 feet back. They didn't catch up with her. They just followed her, right? So she explained to me when I got sober again, that is like alcoholism. And a new person that comes in has never been sober, they come in and the flies are like 10 feet back. So they come in and maybe they go to a couple meetings a week and the flies kind of catch up, and then they go to another meeting, right? But she said with you, because you've relapsed so many times, in that trying to get back to AA, those flies are like this close to you. They're like right on you. So if you stop, it's going to get you. You got to keep moving, keep moving. Doesn't mean move faster. Just means you cannot stop. Consistency. See, as soon as I stop going to meetings, meeting makers make it, right? The reason that is true for me is because as soon as I don't go to meetings and get some interference on this alcoholic thinking, on my alcoholic mind, even though the abnormal body, I've quit drinking, I suffer from an abnormal mind. So if I don't treat this daily and get somebody talking with some kind of reality, I'll slip back into delusion. I'll believe my own bullshit. All of a sudden, I don't need AA. I don't need to be sober. I don't need God. I got this, right? That is why I have to stay on top of this. That's why, because I'm a stage 4 alcoholism survivor today. And the only reason I have today is because I've gone to 2 meetings. It's just afternoon here, and I've already been to 2 meetings this morning. I make it work. People say 2 meetings, you must not do anything else with your life. I do. I work a full-time job, and I do all of my social media recovery work, right? And I mean, I do a lot. I also help someone else with design work, and I do interior design stuff. I mean, I'm a busy gal. But that's because, sorry, I have to do meetings. I make time for meetings. Now that there's Zoom, there's no excuse. I will go to another meeting tonight because I need to make sure I'm on task or I can't do anything. I'll burn the whole thing down in about 2 minutes. So I hope that explains to you why maybe you have to do more than someone else, or maybe you don't have to do as much as someone else, right? It has nothing to do with that you're better or you're weller, is that a word? You know what I mean? It's got to do with where you're at in the disease process. Some kids will be in stage 4 before they're 20, before they're old enough to drink. They're in stage 4 and they're in AA. And there's some people that are in their 80s and have been in like stage 2 or 3 and don't hit stage 4 until maybe they retire, right? 60. And then it hits them like, oh my God, this is not livable. I can't do this. This is not manageable. So I hope that helps a little bit. I just really, it dawned on me when I saw these people with stage 1, 2, and 3 alcoholism in the treatment center, and yet they seemed to be doing okay when they left. They were partying, getting in trouble, but nothing like that stage 4 where you're dying. You're going to die. But now I've gotten a call from like 5 of them in the last 2 weeks, and it ain't good. It ain't good. So this is a progressive illness. It gets worse, never better. And if somehow you skated through phase 1 and you're out there drinking right now and you're saying, hey, I'm fine. Okay. Maybe you weren't an alcoholic. Or call me back in a few years, months, days. When it wants to progress, man, it progresses. So anyway, that's my little insight on that with my experience on, why there's all different, stages of this disease. Okay? Have a great day. Bye.